Welcome to Dishonored, the Brigmore Witches. This is the second DLC that continues the story of Daud, and we are going to play this on High Chaos and attempt for the ghost, but there might be a surprise at the end of this one as well, meaning that we can't get the ghost, but we'll do our best. We will do new game. Wait. We'll do the progression of Knife of Dunwall, High Chaos, so that we continue with the same powers. Yes. And we'll stick to the veteran level. And we'll overwrite the autosaves.
He knew. The black-eyed bastard knew that when my blade stilled the Empress's heart and delivered her daughter to the Lord Regent's men, everything would fall to pieces. He watched me do it anyway. And now the world's gone mad. Plague grinds the city down. Corruption rots. A mad killer roams the streets by night, seeking revenge. The overseers have stormed my hideout in the flooded district. And I'm in a strange duel with a mad witch named Delilah for the fate of the Empire. I'd say I was being punished, but I know that the world doesn't punish wicked people. We make our choices and take what comes. And the rest is void. I can't say I wasn't warned. It's been months since I killed the Empress, but it feels like only seconds ago I heard her yelling for her daughter, Emily. Corvo's face going slack with shock. And somewhere in my head, the outsiders laugh.
Who can that be?
To collect on our debt. Did you ever think you deserved to lose your Empress? That a better man took her life, while you gaped like a fool? Come on, Corvo. Prove me wrong.
This seems to be in the Outsiders dimension though, so I'm not sure this is an accurate... Ow?
Damn it.
Sir, Thomas has returned with the information you requested. He's waiting for you below.
That was surprisingly good voice to be lying on the floor like that. Ports of Call. Okay, this is a guide to the various port cities across the Empire of the Isles. I'll leave this to read at your own discretion, if you'd like, since it is not crucial to the story. I will, however, read the one about Karnaca in Sarkonos. The jewel of the south at the edge of the world. The city is bustling with industry after a wave of settlers from Morley and an influx of wealthy trading companies from Dunwall. Everywhere you go in Karnaca there are new ideas, hybrid forms of music, groundbreaking theories of natural philosophy, and even extravagant delicacies made by mixing ingredients from all the known cultures. The locals work tirelessly for their coin, welcoming the elite from across the Isles. I cannot use my powers. The reclamation of Dunwall. Dunwall, the seat of power in the known civilized world, the Empire of the Isles. It is our great capital, and it has been brought low by vermin, the very thought galls. We are faced with the reality that our once great city is in a state of shambles, and the few remaining domiciles in any habitable conditions are the estates of those wealthy enough to ward themselves against that reality. The city cannot continue to thrive, populated by only the upper classes and their cloistered sycophants. Even if the plague were gone tomorrow, in its present state, Dunwall doesn't have enough hardy people of working age to return the city to everyday function. We must find a way to attract more residents, which requires removing the cloud of fear brought about by the current regime. The Lord Regent and his lackeys are bad for business, my friends. So it falls on us. A plague and a tyrant must be overcome, and after that we must undertake a third miracle, turning the screws on the obscenely wealthy, forcing them to pay back into the place that has given them their privileged lives. It is the powerful and fortunate who must pay for the rebuilding of Dunwall, even if the poorest will bear the stones and timbers of reconstruction on their backs. All this must happen for the dormant machine of commerce to restart. Without that, we are all forfeit, and the greatest city of our age will be lost. I'm guessing the rune is downstairs. Why is there blood everywhere here? Oh, the overseers. Folded Galvani resin. Bonded Galvani weave. The Metaphysica Mysterium. It is said that we should not sully our hands when combating the forces of the void. My studies have been deemed heretical by my brothers, but the rewards have been invaluable. I have harnessed the same energies employed by the outsider and his accursed followers while avoiding their corruption. I will prescribe a twofold method in this text. Indirection. As the unwholesome powers of the outsider use living flesh as a conduit, we can avoid being tainted by using the flesh of others instead. Containment. By using channels and barriers, we can focus these void energies in a raw state, shielding them from the perverse perspectives of the outsider. Put that on. Grab the rune. And now we get pull. We can pull inanimate objects towards us. We can actually pull the whale oil. And we can also pull living things and bodies towards us. That could be useful. Bend time, however, is more useful. We'll go with that. And let's talk to Thomas. And, well, there's a book here. Thomas's journal. Let's talk to Thomas first.
I found Lizzie Stride. Getting her to lend us her boat will be a bit complicated, however. She's in Coldridge. From what I hear, they've got enough on her to hold her for about 1,000 years.
Excellent. Lizzie has enemies inside Coldridge. If we play this right, she'll be begging to do business with us.
Ready to leave, sir? Or should I wait?
We will stay at Daud's base.
At your pleasure.
And I will pause the recording momentarily. There we go. Now let's read his journal here. Our troubles began with a name, Delilah. A mystery given to Daud by the face he sees in his dreams and whose voice he hears when kneeling at the shrines hidden in the lost parts of the city. None of us have ever heard this voice, but we know its power. It spoke to our master, telling him of his coming doom and saying that solving this riddle was the only way to escape. We knew nothing of Delilah except that we found a whaling ship by that name. A tenuous connection, but where the outsider's word is concerned, there are no coincidences. We discovered the ship was named after a woman who once walked the halls of Dunwall Tower with Jessamine Caldwin. Later, she became a painter, an apprentice of Sokolov himself, until she snared an aristocratic patron named Arnold Timsh. We met with Timsh's niece, who offered us information on Delilah in exchange for eliminating her uncle. Removing aristocrats was our specialty, so our master agreed. With Barrister Arnold Timsh gone, his niece divulged everything she knew. Delilah was much more than a painter, and she was hiding in the old Brigmore manor outside the city. But by then we were too late. Delilah anticipated our threat. For some time she had been working her corruptive influence on the best of us, the assassin Billy Lurk. Delilah turned Lurk against us, and together they sold us out to the overseers. When we returned to our hideout in the flooded district, we were swarmed by gold masks and hounds. But Daud is quick and wise in our trade. In the end he kept us alive, though there were losses. Now our resources are strained. Some of the men are grumbling. I see the strain on Daud's face. Killing the Empress, handing over her daughter, those are not easy burdens to bear. And Lurk's betrayal weighs on him heavily. His sleep is troubled by curses and shouts. Now we make preparations to strike back at Delilah. She's planning something in Brigmore, something that affects everyone in the Isles. And she will be expecting us. Like our master, she shares her gifts from the outsider with those who follow her. How many are they, I wonder? I have no secrets for my master. My loyalty is without question. But I fear these may be the last days of the Whalers, perhaps the last days of Daud. Don't think there's anything else we can do here. Corrupted bone charms are powerful bone charms, but that come with a cost. Locate them, like normal bone charms, by listening for the song they emit or with a void gaze power. What does that do? Oh, we have no bone charms. Spiritual pool, swift shadow, elite fighter, and reinforced bolts. Yeah, we could use more bone charms so that we can get spirited in as well.
We'll start again in a minute. Just listen. Daud. Ever vigilant, I see. Are we leaving soon to Brigmore?
Scared, are you? Witches upriver. Traitors in the ranks. And then there's Daud, who just killed his own apprentice. A better assassin than you'll ever be. I'd be frightened too.
This book is The Knife of Dunwall, A Survivor's Tale. Let's read that. Gentle reader, be assured that your coin is well spent today. What you read here may one day preserve your life and your sanity. No one has seen the Knife of Dunwall and lived to tell of it until now. The sun was setting, a bloody stain against the sky, silhouetting the charred ribcage of the slaughterhouse. The stench of burned meat, the flesh of men and whales, soured the air. Daud erupted from the ashes and timbers, his body wreathed in flame and rent with injuries that no mortal man could have survived. His shadow stretched out before him on the ground, and it revealed his true nature. A horned thing warped by heresy, a shape too terrible to put into words, my gentle readers. A sorcerer from the void without question. I could hear the moans of the dying workers beneath him in the rubble of the slaughterhouse. But he did not even pause to acknowledge their plight, for his heart is colder than Tyvian ice. Instead, he let out a guttural howl of victory, the shock of which snuffed out the life of those poor dying workers, and then he bounded away, moving from roof to roof back toward the streets. And this was where I thought this chapter would end, until I heard the music. The grinding metal music of the overseers echoed from the nearby alleyways, and I knew there would soon be a fight. With my only sense of duty to the fallen citizens of Dunwall to keep my fear from overtaking me, I inched closer to the mouth of the alley for a better vantage. A brave contingent of overseers had captured one of Daud's lieutenants lurking in the alley. He, or she, for I could not tell beneath the thick leather of the industrial whaler suit, was prone and tied with sturdy ropes, surrounded by overseers. But their fixation was ultimately their undoing. Daud fell from above, moving through the air as easily as a falcon. I swear it upon my spirit. Without sound, he glided down among them, and the music maker was the first to die as Daud tore the man's head from his shoulders. The wretched song faded in a discordant wail. Then I watched as the most notorious assassin of our time became a flurry of leather, metal, and blood, deflecting bullets and sword blades with ease. The last overseer, no doubt consumed with terror at seeing his brothers fall so easily, sank to his knees and begged for mercy. Daud spoke a single word that made my entrails squirm in my belly upon hearing it. The overseer shrieked like a madman until his mask split in two, as though struck by some hammer and chisel, and a stream of blood gushed forth from the crack, bathing Daud's boots. I closed my eyes at that point, too overwhelmed to witness any further atrocity. I could only hope that if that foul heretic discovered me next, my life would end swiftly. But when I opened my eyes, Daud was nowhere to be seen. That was the last I ever saw of the Knife of Dunwall. So heed my warning, gentle reader. Should you or anyone you love witness some misshapen shadow fall across your path, or should you hear the slightest rumour of dark words whispered from the rooftops, then flee. Flee with all haste. Now, that's a rather colourful description of Daud. I mean, geesh. Oh, no, the powers have been rearranged again. 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 4, 5, grenade 8, choke dust 9, bend time can be on 6. There we go. I'm also assuming that the windows have been closed, that we can't go out here. Money is good though. Anything else I've missed? Couple bits of bone. Can read this if you want. It is about Daud, but I'll just leave it like that. Okay, let's go with Thomas, and I assume that we are going to the
Is it time to go, sir?
Coleridge Prison. Choosing your mark. That was a mission, funnily enough. So let's just move on. You need Lizzie Stride's boat to reach Delilah's stronghold at Brigmore Manor. Unfortunately, the Eye of the Dead Eels gang is locked up in Coleridge Prison, and you've got to break her out.
Delilah doesn't leave Brigmore Manor anymore. She doesn't have to. Which means I have to come to her. The manor's upriver, far out past the quarantine line. I'll need a ship. I've lived in Dunwall's underworld a long time. I know the players, gang leaders, madams, corrupt officials. But what I need is a smuggler who knows the river, someone I can trust. It's a reflection of Dunwall, or perhaps myself, that after all these years, the best choice I have is Lizzie Stride, and Lizzie Stride is in jail.
She looks interesting. Okay. Arc mine capacity, improved armor, stun mine capacity, arc mine extra charge, and stun mine extra charge. We have 905 coins. You are disguised as an overseer. Nah. We'll find other ways to get in. A rune, however, is always useful. Forged requisition orders allow your contact to deliver stun mines to the prison. Nope, we don't need that. We could use arc mine extra charge, and we can use bone charm capacity. Let's grab an arc mine, some explosive bolts, and bone charm capacity. And then go into the mission.
Daud. Lizzie Stride is in there, but we don't know where they're holding her. They're playing overseer music from the loudspeakers. We couldn't get in.
Why the music?
One of their prisoners. A spy caught at Dunwall Tower. The guards have sent for overseers to investigate.
I'll be back with Lizzie Stride. Stay hidden.
That's interesting. Disoriented by overseer music. Magic will not work. We might have to get agility here, whether we want to or not. Oh, come on.
Corvo came through here. The gate still hasn't been repaired. Who needs a gate? If anyone tries to escape now, they'll be vaporized. So belongs the list. That's if they're observations. The second you run out of oil,
How do we turn off that music?
it's going straight out to the bridge. Exactly. Which is why we drained the water lock. No one survives that fall again. Still, the Lord Regent won't tolerate another escape. We have to be extra careful.
Okay, so this is where we escaped. And they have definitely stepped up their security since then.
They don't hesitate to kill their own.
To know the means of his escape, and have confessed to receiving both money and plague serum in return. For high treason, I hereby sentence you to death. Ready. Take aim. Fire. Where are you?
Thank you. I really need to find a way to turn off that music, because that's going to be very problematic if I can't use any of my powers in here. I can hear a bone charm. There it is. Submariner. It's probably being able to breathe longer underwater. Ouch. Sewers beneath Dunwall. You can read this yourself if you feel inclined. Come on. Okay, so now we can use our powers. This is good. Question is, that guy down there, will he see us? I mean, there's only one way to find out. He did not. Well, that's too bad for him. Save and jump down there. And then get back up there. I think I saw 2 guards out there. Or I don't think, I know I saw 2 guards out there. The question is, did one of them go into Dunwall Tower?
Damn it! Someone's down. I know you're here.
Oh. I think we're going to reload there. Then quick save. I don't think I need to take out the guards out there, to be honest. They're probably not going to be an issue anyway. Overseer arrival. Remember that an overseer has been summoned to address the situation in the interrogation room. Until the overseer arrives, no one is to enter the interrogation room, and the prisoner cells are off limits to overseers and other visitors. No exceptions. Of course he has to wear a helmet. But no, that won't work. Save. Someone saw me. Not sure who saw me there. I mean, the arc pylon can definitely not have seen me. Aha! So, those people.
Someone's supposed to be on duty.
How do I do this then? Because I can't get past that arc pylon without getting into that room.
Someone's supposed to be on duty.
Why do those guards see me? Guess what I can do is use an arc mine. The question though is, I'm pretty sure he saw me. The lightnings did appear to be red. Now he didn't see me. Okay. A rewire tool.
No one knows what actually happened.
That's fine with me. Very effective way of dealing with the enemies. Compact arc amplifier. Log updates. Remember to take extra care in logging transfers. Even temporary transfers of prisoners from one cell to another must be recorded in the logbook. Ensure that the logbook is available in the guard booth between sections C and D at all times. What?
What was that?
Guess the arc pylon is out of oil.
Check under everything. Stop messing around and come out at once.
Nothing after all.
Yep, it's out of oil. So they shut down Corvo section of the prison. It's an interesting decision. Let's save the game. I think I can take out that guard up there.
I know you're here. Stop messing around and come out at once. Well, they can let go. Knock it off. Come out, and I'll go easy on you.
Now I'll just reload there. I could really use some more accuracy on this thing. That was not what I'm so... Oh god. You're supposed to die. Can I even hit him properly? There we go. Okay, so that's two of them down. And down there is an alarm. So he's looking out into the courtyard. And there's a guard there as well. So what we want to do at all costs is to avoid any of them setting off the alarm. There's a guard over there. He's too far away, so I probably won't be able to hit him. He definitely saw me. Guess I could use an explosive bolt on him. He did see me though. don't think I can take that guy out without him seeing me. The question is if I can take those guys out without anyone noticing. I might be able to take this guy out. Oh, he ran straight for the alarm.
What now? No, I'll find you. When I find you, it's gonna be...
That usually involves summoning more guards somewhere. What I can try to do is take out the guard who's standing here. That worked. There's a guard over there. Okay, that guard up there is going to be an issue. Need to move away from him. Section B closed. Section B will remain closed until the conclusion of the investigation into the escape of Corvo Atano. Prisoners have been moved into the cells on the other side of the prison. Yes. Let's see if I can take out both of them with an explosive bolt there. Yes, that worked wonderfully actually. Okay, that makes for an easier time. Link back down. Why am I hearing an arc pylon? They didn't leave anything behind. Blood Ox Heart. Your max mana has been slightly increased. The one I want though is Spirited. Okay. We'll wait for that guy to go back into the interrogation chamber. Like so, and boom.
Where are you?
Ugh. Another alarm. How about you come out into the yard?
Better make a pass over here.
Yes, that is an excellent idea. Have a look at the now non-existing guards and then disappear.
Hold on. Someone's I'll find you.
How did they... That doesn't make sense. Sometimes the AI of this game. Okay. Sneak back up here. Come on. There we go. Do I have to go via there, or can I go directly? I can go directly. So I think we can get on top of that thing. Which then gives us the ability to get down here. Escape plans. When you hear the alarms in the courtyard tonight, make a break for the front gate. Jump from the bridge and swim to the sewer entrance. You won't get another chance now that the Empress's assassin has escaped. Watch out for the rats. Royal Protector's Naval Commendation, Ingot Pouch, Sleep Dart. Okay, so that guy.
This controls all the cell doors.
Now that's helpful. Procedures following the escape of Corvo Atano. Following the escape of Corvo Atano, the council appointed by the Lord Regent has decided it is of the utmost importance to increase security measures at Coleridge Prison. The recommendations made by this report include structural measures such as increasing the height of walls, sealing ventilation shafts, and ensuring sewer entrances are inaccessible. Additionally, staffing at the site must be increased to thoroughly cover all exits and maintain observation of all major corridors. Special addendum. In addition to the new measures outlined herein, the Council has consulted both the Abbey of the Everyman and Royal Physician Anton Sokolov, who is also head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy, asking for guidance and equipment in the handling of those cases which are more exotic in nature. While we have dismissed reports of the supernatural in the past as old wives' tales and lunatic hearsay, recent months have convinced us that there are matters afoot that we do not fully understand. As such, prison executive personnel are encouraged to welcome the presence of both the overseers and anyone working under Sokolov's technical guidance. And log updates. Remember to take extra care in logging transfers. Even temporary transfers of prisoners from one cell to another must be recorded in the logbook. Ensure that the logbook is available in the guard booth between sections C and D at all times. Okay, so we can open the cell control system quick reference. Set first tumbler to match cell section letter. Set second and third tumblers to cell number. Pull lever to confirm selection. Ensure that each cell opening request and selection are verbally confirmed. Investigate and report any suspected malfunctions immediately. Okay, we're getting back to that. For now, however, I think that this is a good spot to end the episode, so thank you all so very much for joining me, and I will see you all next time.